Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And I'm going to try to do 4 collages for you today. But this one here, all I did was take some of the acrylic paint that I had left over in that little half bottle that I folded down, and just put it on randomly. I didn't even try to go to the edges up here or anything. And then I took one of my stencils, and I think this is a Dina Wakley stencil. Sorry. And it come from this one. I just took this one that kind of looks like a mouth in a way. And this is an old one. It's called Scribble Text Elements. This is one I've had, and you know, I've said this is a year where I'm going to use what I have. Then went over it with the stamps, and then just took my, this is trying to use up these Dilutions paints, and poured some on a plate. And I just dipped it in this and put it on here and went around with my brush, and then went like this. And that's all I did to that. And then see if I can remember how these pieces go on here. How is everyone? I think we're getting ready to catch a thunderstorm today. See if I can get my trusty membership old card here. I think I just literally split her in half almost. I'm just trying to push a bead of glue up in there. I think I'll be better off if I just leave my glue bottle on its side. Let me see if I can get this to come out a little better. Probably won't like it if it comes out too good. Have glue everywhere. I think this is my glue bottle, not the Mod Podge. It does come out rather slow. I don't know if that's a good thing. I think I did go to I did put in an order at Michael's the other day. I did need a few things. And, of course, like I said before, the foam brushes are much better if you can order them. And actually, this lady here, I really just want her to kind of be like background noise. Let me move that one out the way. But it's like it was just too bare over here without anything. And we did have a nice time on our trip. And, but actually, when we got there, I actually came down with a bad cold. I don't know if it was, what it was. I think I started sniffling the day we got on the airplane. I don't know if it was just too dry on the airplane or too dry out there, but I could not get enough moisture in my system. And plus here, I had been running my humidifier, and you know, out there I didn't have one. So I was so dry, and I would, in the middle of the night, I would just run me a hot tub of water and either get in it or just run it just so I'd get the moisture off of it. I'm telling you, that was some hot water. A lot hotter than I have it here. And the bathtub fills up quick. And it was great. Shower was great. And I'll talk about my win a little bit in Vegas. Actually, I believe the first day we had walked, I don't know, about 3 miles down. Well, no, let's see. We took a monorail. And I thought, surely to God, I can't walk that far down. And I was really wanting to go check out that new hotel they had down at the other end of the strip. But we took a monorail down thinking we would be so much closer. And, well, once we got to that end, no, we weren't as close as I thought. And which everyone was talking about, you know, just take the monorail. That's all you got to do is take the monorail. And so we took it, and kind of looked like, to me, we were getting off in no man's land. It's like, kind of like we were back behind a hotel, and we, several of us was walking, and I didn't feel well at all. And so we had to walk, kind of seemed endlessly to me, with the sniffles. And well, it was actually really high winds that day too, and they was doing construction across the street. And it was just terrible. We had got caught in like a little windstorm, and the rocks was just, the sand and the rocks from the construction was just pelting us. And if you can imagine, you know, you're dry, you're sick, and now I'm being pelted. And here I was wearing my mask, because I didn't want to make anyone else sick. And thank God I had it on, because you know, I didn't want to breathe all the dust, and I didn't even know we was going to be riding up on any dust. But So we finally got to the hotel, and I had to, first chance I got, I had to sit down, and they had some kind of vegetarian milkshake, and told my husband get me one of those that I needed to sit down, that, you know, I was really feeling bad. Plus walking all that far, and which I knew that was going to be a real trick going there, because I wasn't used to standing up, and Lord knows I wasn't used to walking 3 or 4 miles a day either. So anyway, we get to the hotel, and once I get to feeling a little better, we started walking around, and I told my husband, I said, let me sit over here at this machine. I said, give me some money, and I want to play this machine, just, you know, just still wanting to rest. And my husband said, I'll be back in a minute, I'm going to the bathroom. I said, okay. So I'm sitting there playing the game, and all of a sudden I'm winning. So in the 2-3 minutes he was gone, I was up $100. So I decided to cash out. I didn't want to lose. So I cashed out at $100, and we went and claimed it, and walked around a little bit more, and finally we just started back up the strip, and I did not think I was going to make it. And it was still quite windy that day, but I thought there wasn't no way I was getting back on that monorail. I didn't think I could make it to the monorail. I figured I could make it back up the strip before I could make it back over to that monorail. Okay, this is one. Let me change books, and I'll be back. Okay, I've changed books, and all I did on this one, you know, this is my Jumpstart journal, where this side is done, and I just took some of this Artesia paint that I've had for a while now, and I just took my putty knife and just smeared it, and that's all I've done with this one color, just smeared it. I knew I wanted some kind of ochre color, so okay, and getting back to my story, so I believe that particular day, you know, we got back to the room. I think I went straight to bed. I was so tired. I got underneath the covers, and I don't even believe the lady had come and cleaned our room yet either. But I thought, I got to get in this bed. I feel terrible. And so I think I stayed in the bed the rest of the, maybe late that night. Well, actually, let me back up if I can remember where I was at my story. But actually, when we got there, it was like 7 o'clock, you know, their time, when we actually got there the day before. And we didn't even get to our room 7 o'clock. I bet we waited on our ride for about an hour. And by this time, everybody was wondering where was our ride. It was like a shared shuttle. And everybody was wondering where was our ride. I was hungry, I was tired, I was sick. And, but actually it was nice weather when we got there. It was actually, even though it was late at night, it did feel like a beach breeze. And, you know, you're standing out there waiting, and plus they have palm trees out there where you wait there at the airport. And once I got on the shuttle, I was so glad. I mean, it was late at night. We were riding around, and you know, you're not the only one on the stop. They have to let several people off. And I believe we were the last ones to make things worse, but I try to enjoy it, because then, you know, it's like you're taking a tour around the strip. You know, but, you know, I did want to hurry up and get to my room. I wanted to hurry up and take a shower, and I wanted to eat. And by the time we finally got to the strip to eat, it was 11 o'clock at night. Not the time I had planned on eating my supper. And I told my husband, I said, why don't we just get something light, like off the entree menu? And so we both agreed that we would get nachos. So we told the lady we would take the nachos, and I think we ordered a thing of cheese-covered tater tots. And we're sitting there waiting, and the lady comes with what looks like 2 cookie sheets of food. And I'm like looking at my husband. We're both looking at each other like, what in the world? I think we could have fed 10 people. And I mean, we were just both floored. I mean, not the portions we were used to getting here at home. And, which, you know, you do pay more out there, but you're going to get your money's worth. And, but I know now, either get one entree or have more people with you. Trying to think where I had this. Sort of forgetting how I had this. I think she was here. You know, this was the lady with all the stripes back behind her. That, you know, you see time and time again in those magazines. But, yeah, we walked around and walked around, but, I think, Wednesday or Thursday on our trip, my husband said, let's go to, Caesar's Palace and get a Caesar's Rewards card. You know, we try to pick up all the rewards cards that we can, because you can get so many comps the next time you go. And we wish we had been doing this for years, because we've been actually going to Vegas for years. And we had gotten one rewards card back when we went in 2018. I think that was the last year we had went, before my mother got too sick where she couldn't, you know, go. But actually, we had taken her then, but we had took her in a wheelchair back in 2018. And I was telling my husband this time, I said, can you believe we pushed her all the way up this strip back then? But, you know, actually back then, I was a lot younger too. And, well, and all the difference in the world was, back then I was still working, and my mother could still get around. She just couldn't walk, you know, far. So that was back when my mother was staying at our house, but yet she couldn't walk far. And, anyway, my husband said, let's walk to Caesar's Palace. And I said, okay. He wanted to get that card. So, on the way down there, where we stopped at this other hotel and thought we would play some slots. And, actually, I told my husband, you know, we had been watching people on YouTube. And it's like, if you pump a lot into the game, like $100 or $200, you know, you'll get a better return than if you put $10 or so into the machine. Can't really remember where this went. So, you know, once we got there, it's like he wasn't hip to that. I mean, you don't have to lose all of the $200, but, you know, but put a lot into it. And that way the game will give you more money back. You know, in other words, don't put just $5 because it's only going to recognize 5 and it's only going to give you $1 here, $1 there. And you're going to keep losing $1 back. And it may give you $1 and you'll just keep losing it back. So I asked him for $200. And, which he wasn't peachy keen about it. But anyway, I said, let's try it anyway. So I put it into the machine. And we, you know, was losing down. And, okay. So this is collage number 2. And hang on, let me switch books. Okay, here we are back with this one that you all have seen, but I never did attach all the pieces to it. I kept kind of changing my mind around, and I think this is the one I had left on the table actually right before we had went out of town. But anyway, getting back to our story, my husband said, let's go get the card. Oh, no, I was playing the $200, that's what it was. And so I was losing down, and we said, okay, we'll get down to 150 and quit. So we got down to 150. And I thought, okay, well, what do we do now? I mean, if we're going to stop at 150, what are we going to do tomorrow? And so he said, okay, go ahead and play that. So I said, okay. So we said, okay, we'll stop at 100. So we're playing. And we said, okay, we'll stop at 80. So we just kept playing. And kept playing, and so anyway, I blew the whole $200. And needless to say, my husband was not happy. I mean, he seen me sit there and do it, but he was not happy whatsoever. And he kept saying, I told you to play this other game. And I'm like thinking, no, you were all in it while I was playing. I mean, you got to be a better winner than that. And I thought, just suck it up. I mean, that was the whole intentions, to come, have a good time, and not worry about it. And so, you know, we had our plan. And he was not happy, so. But anyway, he was just grumbling. So he said, let's walk down Caesar's Palace since we had blown the 200. He didn't want to put any more into a machine. So I said, okay, we'll walk down and get the card. At least we, you know, if you pump money into it and get the rewards, at least you'll get something back out of it. So, we're, you know, Caesar's Palace, too, is humongous. And, we're trying to look for this rewards place where you go and pick up a card. And, you know, here I was not feeling well again. And, I think at this point my husband wasn't too sympathetic. But anyway, so we got up to the Caesar's Rewards thing, and the lady was helping us, and she said, "Are you folks staying here?" We said, "No, we're staying at the Vidara." And you know, that struck up a conversation with my husband, and then my husband was on. Started talking about my loss, how I just lost $200, and the lady told us, she said, well, you're getting ready to get it all back. And we said, we sure hope so, you know, joking around, you know, that'd be nice if we could get it all back. And, so after about 15 minutes, her signing us up and all of this, and getting us our cards and going through the pamphlet and everything, I told my husband, I said, I need to go sit down a minute. I said, do you want to just, oh, let me back up. The lady had gave us a $10 card to pump into the machine when she said that. So, you know, we said, great. So I told him, I said, since she gave us a card, I said, let's go sit over here at this machine a minute. I said, I need to sit down and rest my feet. And so we start playing this game. And at first, it was not doing a whole lot for us. And by the way, this is a stamp that I had, Diane Reevely stamp, that I just colored it. Can't remember where it was. And I think I'll move it over if I can. And so here I am spinning the machine. And you know, all we had was $10. So, and it's about like $1 something per spin. I think as low as you can go. It has different denominations on there, like 160, 180, 240, something like that. So I did the first 2 spins on the lowest one. And my husband said, do a max bet spin. And I said, well, that'll be the whole card. He said, do a max bet. I said, okay. So I thought, well, I'm not about to make him any more madder than what he was. So I made a max bet, and the machine just took off. And it had gave us some money. I forget how much money it gave us to start with. And it had gave us like, I don't know, 5 or 6 free spins, something like that. And I'm like, oh my God, because, you know, that was going to be our last spin. So I said, well, thank God it gave us some money back. And I really don't remember at that point how much we got. Maybe, I don't know, 40, 50. I really don't know. And, but, you know, I was excited, but, you know, I'm thinking, okay, well, we're not going to win much more than this. And we lost 200, so 50, we're still in the hole. So, it had gave us all these free spins. So, then I started using the free spins. And, I think at that point, maybe it's where my husband started maybe videoing it. Because someone had said that someone on the strip had won a lot of money, but yet they had said the machine had malfunctioned. I think they'd won 100,000, but they had claimed the machine had malfunctioned. So I don't think that the place wanted to pay them out. So I told my husband, you know, if we ever do start winning, just start filming. So, so that's what we did. And it just kept giving us free spins and free spins. And at this time, my good friend, my supervisor, Sheila, whom I did work for, I called her up. I said, I got to call her. And I said, I just got to call her. And I think this was before we were on camera. And I couldn't remember how much we were up to at that time. $200-300 before we got on camera. And then if y'all want to go back and watch the video, but I do sound so country on that video. And I told my husband, I said, I do sound like a country bumpkin. I said I was kind of embarrassed of the way I sounded. And I was crying. I had the sniffles. I was shaking. I couldn't believe it. I was so shaking and so nervous and everything. And so then I think then he started videoing it. But then it started going up and up, and if you know, you all can watch the video. But then there at the end, he quit videoing it. But then the attendant finally came. Let me see. I believe this is the last one. I think I had 4, but I think I want to work some more on that one. But there was something I did want to show you all, that on this one here, you know, this, well, it was a lady actually here, and she had on a skirt and a top and all that. But when I looked at it, I thought, I like the little skirt, but I think it could be better utilized, and her body top, I think, would have been better utilized on something else also. So I cut the skirt off. And, you know, as I was going through these pictures, I thought this could be a good headdress. And I kind of like it on her, because I think she's funky looking already. I love the colors. And then I had this other one that I thought it would look equally nice on. I mean, it just matches perfect. But if you guys want to tell me which one you prefer, and maybe we'll go with whatever the majority is. But I like both. They both fit. They both work. And hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoy talking to you guys and telling you my stories. And if you could, hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, see you tomorrow.